The air was heavy with anticipation as I stepped onto the sprawling campus of Hollowbrook University. It was my first day of college, a day I had been eagerly awaiting for months. The grand gothic buildings, shrouded in a misty morning fog, exuded an eerie beauty that sent shivers down my spine. But I was determined to face my fears head-on and embrace this new chapter of my life. I had chosen a small, prestigious college nestled in the heart of a forest. The campus was known for its history, its secrets, and its undeniable charm. As I walked towards the main building, the crunch of leaves underfoot echoed through the silence, amplifying the sense of isolation. A few other students bustled around, their faces a mixture of excitement and apprehension. I had barely managed to find my way to the registration hall when a friendly face caught my attention. Sarah, a girl I had met during the orientation tour, waved at me from a corner. She was eager to explore the campus together, and her presence brought a sense of relief. We navigated through the maze-like hallways, occasionally getting lost, but finding laughter in the process. As the day wore on, the campus came to life. Professors began their lectures, students chatted animatedly in the courtyard, and a general buzz filled the air. It was comforting to know that I wasn't alone in this new journey. Sarah and I attended our classes, making mental notes of the various buildings and shortcuts. But as the sun dipped below the horizon, a different atmosphere descended upon the campus. Shadows lengthened, and the once bustling courtyard became eerily deserted. Sarah and I decided to explore the old library, rumored to be one of the oldest structures on campus. The library's imposing facade seemed to leer at us, the intricately carved stone gargoyles grinning with a sinister energy. Inside, the shelves were lined with ancient tomes and dusty volumes. The air was musty, carrying the scent of old paper. We wandered deeper into the labyrinthine aisles, the only source of light being the feeble glow of our flashlights. Whispers seemed to flutter on the edge of our hearing, just out of reach. "Did you hear that?" Sarah's voice trembled, her flashlight beam flickering. I strained my ears, my heart pounding. There it was again, a faint murmur that seemed to come from every direction at once. Yeah, I heard it too, probably just the wind. But the wind couldn't explain the books that tumbled from the shelves without warning. As if guided by an invisible hand, they crashed to the ground around us. My pulse quickened, and I could see the fear mirrored in Sarah's wide eyes. "We should get out of here," she stammered, her voice barely audible. I nodded in agreement, my flashlight trembling as I fumbled to find the way back to the entrance. The whispers grew louder, their unintelligible words seeming to echo in the very walls. Panic clawed at the edges of my mind as we stumbled through the dark corridors. Finally, we burst out into the night air, gasping for breath as the heavy wooden doors slammed shut behind us. The library stood shrouded in darkness, as if it had never been there at all. Shaken but determined not to let fear control us, we decided to head back to our dorms. The campus was now eerily quiet, devoid of the life it had boasted during the day. A chill wind rustled the leaves, and an unsettling feeling settled in the pit of my stomach. As we walked through the dimly lit pathways, I felt a prickling sensation at the back of my neck, as if someone or something was watching us. I turned around, my flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. Nothing. Just the shadows playing tricks on my mind, I assured myself. But then a figure emerged from the darkness, a tall, gaunt figure with hollow eyes that seemed to gleam with malevolent intent. It stood there, unmoving, its presence radiating a suffocating aura of dread. "Who's there?" I stammered, my voice barely louder than a whisper. Sarah clutched my arm, her fingers digging into my skin. "We need to go. Now." We turned and ran, our footsteps echoing through the night. The figure followed, its relentless pursuit unnerving us further. Adrenaline surged through my veins as we sprinted towards the dorms, our breaths coming in ragged gasps. Just as we reached the safety of the dormitory, the figure halted, its gaze burning into our backs. The heavy doors closed behind us, sealing us off from the outside world. We leaned against the door, hearts pounding, as the figure retreated into the shadows. That night, as I lay in my bed, I couldn't shake the feeling that something sinister lurked just beyond the walls. The events of the day had shattered my excitement, replaced by a paralyzing fear. What secrets did Hollowbrook University hold? What had we encountered in the library, and what did that haunting figure want from us? The first day of college had taken a nightmarish turn, and I knew that the true horrors of Hollowbrook were just beginning to reveal themselves.